All right, then. It's Tuesday.
Yes.
And we're all right here. And so many great reasons to be thankful, to be grateful. There's a topic that we've already started talking about, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm kind of happy that I'm not planning to return for Detty December. I'm planning to be here for the Detty December, not return from yonder. But some people are, you know. But with this topic that Winfrey is about to talk about, then you'll understand why we're saying this.
Yeah, of course. So basically, in summary, right? So Socialite's Dokun Olumofin urges President Tinubu to introduce a $500 tourism tax for returning diasporans. Right? So now he actually, it was a full document too.
Wow.
Yeah, a proposal to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for a soft tax on Nigerians returning to for Detty December season from November 25th, December 1st to January 5th. So now he actually listed a whole number of things that I'm just wondering, like, what part of this bird's brain is easy to think? But anyways, he spoke about how, okay, maybe for kids it should be like $150, and then for people that have cancer and sick people, maybe it's tax exemption, but then again, based on the ministry and all of that. So we actually called for collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and other ministries to actually ensure that this is actually a thing. So now I think it's actually very important because also sometime last week I actually got a whole review of the money made.
So that was what I was waiting
Lagos, and then even we had His Excellency here, the Governor of Lagos State. We also had him on the news channel, literally, and he actually spoke a lot about the money that was the revenue generated from the season of December, Detty December, quote unquote, alone. So I'm like, okay.
It is important if you're going to grow a particular industry. It's important that it is paid for by someone. So I feel like a lot of, not just Nigerians, people from abroad have actually taken advantage of the colorful, exuberant time that happens during Detty December, and they just come in and they just feel, don't worry, just come, just buy a few drinks, you know, pay for some jollof rice in my family house, and then they can just go scot-free. Nah, we gonna tax you. You guys went to the abroad, and you thought you could just come back and it's all right. Okay, so I want to give an example.
Okay, hold on, sorry. Please, can we start by defining what abroad is?
He said as long as you're coming to Lagos.
Exactly. So if I go to Ghana, if I go to Ghana, am I paying?
If you live in Ghana and you fly into Nigeria.
Yeah, so
should I pay
once
as well?
it's evidence that you don't live in Nigeria.
It doesn't matter the country.
It doesn't matter the country. As long as you're entering Lagos. Okay, now as long as you're entering Nigeria through Lagos. Because so now I think it's important for us to feel the pulse of the people. So I'm just going to run through these comments quickly. So DJ Abbas said the suggestion to tax Nigerians in the diaspora at $500 for returning home in December is counterproductive and short-sighted. Diaspora Nigerians already contribute significantly to the economy through travel, accommodation, and foreign exchange that they bring in. Now, imposing an additional tax would discourage them from choosing Nigeria and push them to other destinations, and that's fact. Instead, efforts should focus on improving infrastructure and enhancing the December experience to attract even more visitors. Penalizing those who are already contributing to the economy is not the way forward. So he actually tagged it as penalizing.
I get that. Yeah. It's not a penalty. To be honest, I don't think the amount is. So I think the amount is a lot. $500 is a lot. That's a lot. I think it should be reduced, in my opinion.
Maybe $100.
Maybe $100. So in Zanzibar, for instance, I remember this. It was so key for me to remember this because that was my pocket money I ended up paying for tax. So I got to the hotel, and, you know, we had already paid for the hotel like weeks back. So I was just thinking I'm just going to enter, you know, start taking my drinks on the beach. No, when you get to the counter, they will tell you there is a tax on every visitor, everyone coming into the country. And so as soon as you get to the hotel, they will tell you this is the tax. And the hotels remit it straight to the government. So they have to declare how many people they have in their hotel and all that. So countries do it. They do it. They might not talk about it that much, but it is happening. We should probably just do some research and find out how much it is in other countries, but it makes
so now
sense.
It happening is one thing, right? And then it happening for Lagos is another thing. So now I believe that for a country to have gotten to that point where they actually start doing that, I mean, there has been is consistent. It's not. I mean, now that this particular December was actually a December,
huge.
Do you understand?
It was
and
huge.
then so because that particular year you realize that we made so much money. Tax them. The truth of the issue is that we should understand that. I feel it will discourage people more than anything. Besides the fact that fine is important to actually raise money, but we should understand that there are other businesses that are actually enjoying from this, and then those businesses are taxed. So I believe a stand-alone tax is going to actually dissuade people from actually coming in.
If you look at the figures of Detty December, and the amount of money that was spent compared to what you're asking.
So that's the thing. When you tell me to spend money to enjoy myself, it's not a problem. You're not telling me tax.
Do you know that?
I'll be like, nah, are you joking?
If you look at the stats, there are more people. Yeah. I'm sure that this year you would have more people come around than last year. So it's a case where I'm saying let's reduce the amount and make it, even if it's not $500, I mean $100 is okay.
I think something is also important to note is what would they say? Okay, fine, the tax should be used to improve the infrastructure.
They
whine.
It's okay. So a lot of things happen, especially in Lagos during December, that the government has to take note of. There has to be additional security put in place because they don't want nothing bad happening to anybody during that period. There's more security presence. Then there's also a stress on transportation.
Who's going to put the security in place?
Really?
No, I'm just asking.
Really? The government puts security measures in place. There are lot. May we never know.
So wait,
may we never know.
No, I'm just
not just the airport, the roads, the streets, making sure that the place
more street lights, more security.
They improve on the environment. They do a lot during December.
Yes.
Then there was you made me lose my train of thought.
And I'm so sorry. I was about to interrupt again.
There's a stress on transportation as well.
Yeah.
The ride-hailing apps are stressed. They have to improve on things and all that. There is a state one. Go away. There is a state one. Yes, there is a state one. They are stressed. Who is stressed? On the infrastructure.
The drivers or the riders?
I
used Uber December.
That's what I'm saying. How many times did you try and search for a
but they definitely ensure that they make their money back. Exactly. Who was stressed? The day I was coming for your event, who ended up being stressed?
But to be honest, it's both actually.
Yeah, okay.
And it's, if you look at the traffic reports in December, it was crazy. It was
but
crazy.
then again, you should understand that these guys, I actually have I have chats with them, right? And they actually look forward to the season because they love the demand. They love how they can just tell you. Some of them, even after you get the price high, the triple hike
I'm actually speaking from those who are visiting.
Yeah.
You get if you have an event by let's say 4 o'clock, and then you're leaving your house by 2.
Yeah.
You should actually be able to attend whatever event you're going to in Lagos. But then with traffic,
to improve on that
crazy.
Traffic situation, let's say maybe paying this extra fee might help the government put infrastructure in place to make the roads more pliable, ease the traffic, more security. I'm not playing devil's advocate because the state's not the devil. I'm saying we need to just think about the reasons why taxing people from abroad is important. I feel like, it's so cold out there right now. Abroad is so cold right now. They come here, enjoy the sun, and then now leave the place all trashed up.
It's not even about the sun, to be very honest. I think it's just more about the vibe. I mean, there were a lot of videos of people that actually didn't make it down this December. And they are literally saying that they are not going to miss next December, I'm telling you. There's also a post by David Udanya I was actually going to read. We don't have so much time, but let me just read this part. And I said, now that the temporary euphoria over the Detty December economy is over, I think I can now point out that it's absolutely travesty that most significant economic activity in Africa's largest city is not what business happens among its 21 million people, but an annual diaspora pilgrimage that happens for 2 weeks at the end of the year. He went on and on, and I'm just like, some people should collect their phone. Because I don't understand how you can see this kind of thing as a bad thing. And you're talking about how, so you don't see it as business, you don't see it as economic. So what is tourism to you?
Exactly. There are some countries that just benefit from tourism.
Yeah.
As a tourism
look at Dubai.
Dubai. Look at it. It's seasonal all over the world.
Yes,
there are seasons where, the UAE have more visitors than others, and it happens all over the world. There are some countries that cannot boast of, like, look at the countries where it snows almost throughout the year. But then during December, that's when people want to go ski. So you have to really think about the unique nature of Lagos and Nigeria.
Even remember Calabar Carnival as well. I mean, I was there like how many years back to back, and in fact, the whole of Nigeria used to trip there once upon a time. It was so much fun. And then
we need to find out how other ways we can develop our tourism, though, to be honest. I love the fact that there's an amazing museum. Have you visited the museum?
And then the National Theatre.
The National Theatre has
the National Theatre as well.
There's so many great things to see.
Yeah, there's Revs and Runway in December as well.
Woo! Revs and Runway! Wow, I can't wait for that.
I think there should be more activities like that will actually draw people in.
Exactly.
I actually had a lot of calls this year talking about, the show, because we're taking a rest. But yeah, of course.
All right.
Amazing stuff.
So we would love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your contributions. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Do you think we should be taxed this Detty December? Let's know. Let's take a break, guys.